Hi, John. How are you doing today?
Hey, good. How you doing, Matt?
I'm doing pretty good. It looks like you're in a junkyard. Are you at Busch Gardens or where are you?
Surprisingly, I'm still at Busch Gardens, but we are actually in one of our four brand new scare zones. We're in the junkyard.
In the junkyard. Well, I was right then.
Yes.
So this year's event's going to be a little bit different because of pandemic and everything going on. So you're not going to have any haunted houses. Is that correct? Everything's going to be outdoors?
Correct. For the safety of the event, we decided to go the route of 10 open air scare zones, which we have 335 acres here at Busch Gardens that we have to play with. So we decided the best route to give us a great guest experience, but also a safe experience was to go with 10 open air scare zones.
And then I know every year you do the Fiends show, which is really popular, kind of a Halloween themed show. And that as well is going to be outdoors this year. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. Fiends is headed out of Stanleyville Theater and is making its way over to Festival Stage, which again gives you another open air experience. And hopefully we can have a chance to have some fun out there as well. And of course, this year's theme is quarantine, go figure. But that should be a lot of fun over at Festival Field.
And then if you come to the event, I know the event's limited. You have to get a ticket ahead of time. And you want to go to the Fiend show. Is that limited as well? I know it's a large area where they're going to perform, but.
Yeah, so the park is working at a limited capacity just to make sure we have enough distance between all of our guests to make for a safe experience. But Fiends will also have a certain limited capacity. So if you do want to get to Fiends, make sure you do arrive early and make sure you find a proper seat to make sure you maintain a social distance out there.
Okay, so with the scare zones, I know in scare zones in the past, the scare actors would get right in your face. I assume they're not going to do that this year. First off, let me say all guests have to wear masks. Is that correct? And I assume all the scare actors will have them on as well in some fashion.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's really just a continuation of what our daytime requirements are for the park. Daytime, we already require have some strict standards for our daytime operations, and we're carrying that over to Howl-O-Scream itself. We're also implementing a lot of different other extended processes to make sure that the event is safe. So again, limited capacity, performers and guests will be required to wear masks at all times. We're implementing hard barriers between our guests and performers, so really maintains an extended distance between performers and guests. And we're also kind of being quite creative with how we approach some of our scare zones. So we've even got two of our scare zones that are one-way traffic only. So you don't have to really worry about interacting or coming in contact with guests along those lines. And that's just really a taste of some of our big safety measures to ensure a safe experience for our performers, guests, and the animals that we care for here at the park.
And I guess that just makes you guys have to be a little more creative in figuring out, well, I can't get in their face. How are we going to scare them when they come through here? So I assume you have some scares ready to go.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's what I always I shout about our performers is if there's anyone in the business that can get creative and create such a great guest experience based on the curveballs that we've all been thrown this year, it's our performers. So we started with a no contact audition process. So we've had virtual auditions. We had an extended training process with our onboarding for the park. Now we've been actually working with our rehearsal process to get you out in the park and practice safe scaring from a distance to make sure we have a strong impact and create all those thrills for our guests, but make sure that it's in a safe process.
And then can you tell me about some of the scare zones? Some are returning and some are new?
Yeah, absolutely. So we've got four brand new scare zones, and they're all open air. So just like the scare zone I'm in now, this is the junkyard. We've got the shortcut, which you're trying to find a shortcut through the park, which takes you through the cemetery. Unfortunately, it turns out that was a mistake to go through there. We've got Lichen Landing, where the werewolves have taken over our campground, and the rangers can't help you over there. We've also got our the escape, which basically it's our crazed maniacal characters have escaped from their cells and they're making their way throughout the park. So that's four brand new open air scare zones, along with six returning fan favorites throughout the park, like Deadly Toys, Maniac Midway, Little Nightmares is back, just to say a few. If you want to find our full list of our scare zones, make sure you go to Howl-O-Scream.com. That can really give you all the various details on the event itself.
All right, great. And then some of your rides are open as well?
Yeah, that's what's great about Howl-O-Scream is not only do you get to have a great experience with our scare zones and our haunts, but you get to jump on roller coasters in the dark as well. So that really makes another added fun experience with Howl-O-Scream.
All right, and then I assume it's as usual. Guests cannot wear costumes like usual at Howl-O-Scream. Is that correct?
Correct. Yeah, guests are required to wear full face coverings, but we do ask that they don't wear any costumes to the park. We want to make sure that the people that are doing the scaring are the ones that we've trained here at the park.
That's a good idea. And then, is there a particular scare zone that you're looking most forward to?
I got to tell you, where I'm at now in the junkyard is got to be my favorite. We've really put a lot of thought and care in placement for the scare zone. So you're going to see a lot of fun areas for our scare actors to hide and lurk and still be safe from that distance. But you also might maybe see a few Easter eggs from Howl-O-Scream Past. So I think that's really kind of, especially for fans that are so used to the event, you're going to see some Easter eggs from previous haunted houses, some previous scare zones, just around each corner that will kind of give you a good nod to the event itself.
Oh, nice. We always love the Easter eggs and looking for the details. If you can get through the area without being scared and running through, you can stop and look at the Easter eggs.
Exactly.
So the event is weekends, September 25th through November 1st, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. We're open September 25th. It's every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday through November 1st. And you can pick up tickets at howloscream.com.
And then you said be sure and get your tickets ahead of time. Don't show up just trying to get some tickets to get in at the last minute is probably the best idea.
Absolutely. Yeah, we highly recommend you pick up your tickets online in advance. It is a limited capacity event, so we want to make sure everyone has a chance to explore the event and enjoy it. So make sure you get those reservations in advance.
All right. We're looking forward to coming out and seeing it. Appreciate your time, and be careful. I saw somebody back behind you there. I'm wandering around. Just want to make sure you're safe back there.
That's weird because I'm alone over here, so I've heard a few noises, but I guess I'll have to take a look.
Yeah, you better be careful. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Matt.